The Philippines has a long history of colonization, and there is a language of resistance that is in the everyday language, that is the Philippine vernacular. So our project is to converge the Philippine vernacular with technology in talking about the future of people, technology, nature in the perspective of post-humanism. And we responded to the call of ACC here in Gwangju because of the great memory of resistance that shaped the democracy in South Korea. Before the pandemic, most of our works are filmmaking. And then when the pandemic happened, it was in the Philippines, it was one of the strictest lockdown. And we have this instinct that we have to document this moment because everything is changing suddenly. And so we were working on this Black Dog project.
And I think the black dog which causes cholera led us to the idea of how the vernacular language of everyday life translate into a resistance in everyday.
It's the resistance from dominant narratives that is given to us because the Philippines is 7,000 islands. It's composed of a lot of indigenous groups, a lot of indigenous languages. Every island is different from the other, the experience is different, the knowledge is different. So the black dog which causes cholera, it's a local narrative that resists this dominant narrative and how our history is formulated for us or written for us. And this is how we continue to translate what is our present time and how we will define and envision our future as a community.
We came here in Korea to see we're really interested in the fishing village here. It's one of the really interested are the fishing village here. And we find this place that where the cold currents and the warm current meet and observe what the community and the life of the people and the environment there. So, and we tried to put that in our work in this question of post-humanism. And we know it's really complicated to understand, it's so hard to explain. But in our work, what can we say is our work represents the two time differences of Philippines and Korea, because Korea is 1 hour away ahead from the Philippines. And our work is composed of a memorial, a floating memorial, and a live video and footage of what's happening in the Philippines right now. So that kind of the idea of like 1 hour 1 hour ahead of Korea and Philippines backward. So we try to impose this idea of just, if you want to really see what post-humanism is, we cannot explain it, but you can just like step one back and think about it, and that's all you need for be able for us to see what's really gonna be in the future.
When we applied for, when we responded to the call of ACC about post-humanism, our proposal was for the social inclusion of different communities in this discourse of post-humanism. So we would like to include the community from the Philippines to talk about this, because the life in the Philippines, especially in the community where the floating memorial is located, is much centered with the relationship of the community with the landscape and the collective idea that is also very historical about a consciousness of spirits, the consciousness of an encanto. So in our work, we are sharing the idea, the contemporary idea of Encanto as unseen spirits that take the form of the human body. So it's not just what was defined in history as human, but it's also the different bodies that you can see in the landscape that is very inclusive, which is what you can observe through time, not instantly, but in a matter of observation, sitting down, looking at the image that you can see that is across the border, which is in the Philippines. So that is what also we would like to share with the audience, to just take a moment to sit down and look somewhere far, but it's just also right in front of you, and then reflect, contemplate on what post-humanism is.